Let's just get to ourselves that we're going to be.
Hey, we're trying something new.
Yeah,
We're going to give a shout out. We're going to give a shout out to my nephew there, who said our sound stunk.
I know.
So I'm really dying to hear how it sounds now.
Let's see.
New. Ooh, that sounds. Shout out. That sounds much better.
It's good to know that it's working.
That sounds really great.
All right, we got a bunch of labels.
So Rafi, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rafi.
Rafi is the man. Wish we'd got him to be on the show because that would have been very impressive.
Yeah, I was at a family event and I was talking to Rafi, and Rafi said, "You guys sound stinks." So I put him on the phone with Dave.
Yeah,
and he told him, Dave, the most idiot-proof microphone to ever get for us non-techies. It was a good one.
First of all, let's start with our background. Let's everybody see this background over here. 2026 XRP explosion.
Yeah, but hold on.
Welcome to the Intro to Crypto.
Dave,
welcome to the main event. It's the New Year's Eve special. No one else can see behind us. It's only what they can see on social media over here on every major platform except for Instagram. Hopefully, we're going to be able to see us, have our people jump in over here today. Let us know if our sound quality sounds better. We're excited to be with you. Happy New Year in advance. It's been a little while since we've been on here.
Yeah, it's been a week. Oh, a solid week.
You know, you think in 1 week that things have been going crazy. I mean, I expected last week to this week, I expected the Star Spangled Banner. I expected fireworks. I expected.
Is that because everybody has been, I think,
chirping it up or chirping it down?
Well, they've been speaking it up, and then we don't see those numbers, and then
let's get into it. So if you're out there watching, please let us know you're available with us. You make the show. We appreciate you every week. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the Intro to Crypto on Mondays and Fridays. It is the New Year's Eve special. Hopefully you like the background. If you can see a little bit, we got our new XRP hoodies.
Thanks to Dave.
We wanted to show off as well, and hope you like them as well. Yada, 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 yada. It is the XRP Intro to Crypto Monday night special. So thank you guys for joining us every week. We appreciate you being a part of our show. And there's so much to talk about and question. And the questions come down to, as you know, total supply shock.
Are you sure that's on stream, by the way?
I believe it is
on show on stream. I just want to make sure
that we got the streaming and the vocab and the language and the people. You can see the people over here. They're loading up over here on social media. We just haven't got language. If you're out there and you can hear us, please give us a shout out that you can hear us out there, because we really appreciate to make sure that our sound quality is good. We're using a brand new mic. If you can see it, I'm not sure. It's this, what is it called? A globe, some kind of a globe. So if you can hear us well, please let us know so we're not talking and it's like muted to you guys out there. If you can hear us, please let us know. But thank you so much for joining us. Again, the Intro to Crypto Monday night special, supply shock, right? The supply shock question. What exactly are we looking at with supply shock? Is it real? Is it 16 billion? Is it 1.5 billion? Because the numbers are talking closer to 1.5 billion left on retail space on the platforms, all available, right? Is that retail? Is that for ETFs? Is that a combination of both? 1.5 billion. That's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot.
When you're talking about XRP, the $100 billion coin, 100 billion, one day $100 billion, well, 100 billion coin exchange, right? We have available left 1.5 billion. That's not a lot.
And like I was telling you, I know you don't want to hear it because
Here we go.
I mean, like I was talking about, I've heard Jake talking about it, and Jake was saying that it's down to hundreds of millions.
Listen, I love Jake. You love Jake. We all love Jake. But Jake is giving me a little bit agita. I would rather if he didn't always say, "Hey, Lizard King, thank you so much for joining us, my friend,
Lizard.
and Happy New Year to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to us, and depending where in the world you are, good morning as well." Is the supply shock real? 1.5 billion. I mean, Jake is giving me a little bit of agita, right?
Hopium.
Hopium.
You think it's hopium, right?
I don't want to say I believe it's hopium, but I also don't want to say that I'm all convinced, because if he wouldn't throw the crazy numbers at me, my expectations wouldn't be as high, right? And
well, now you know what your wife goes through. Dave, right? Well, my wife too. I mean, you think about it.
Right.
This is a great analogy.
Yes, it is
for what when we talk to our wives about a potential retirement,
yes,
because of this, and then you compare it to what Jake talks about. What's the difference?
Lizard King just said, "Just here enjoying the distractions." Absolutely. It's so much distraction that's making us not get crazy and get crazy. When you hear someone say you're going to have an XRP by the end of the year and it's going to be in the 3-digit numbers, I mean, I would be happy to see a 2-digit number right now. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to be very happy
Yeah.
with a 2-digit number.
Yep.
And I'm excited about a 3-digit number and a 4-digit number and a 5-digit number, etc. Let's get past 10. Let's get past 3. Even if it hits 3 tomorrow, I'm not going to be that excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. If I see a $3 XRP, I'm not going to be excited. I might be more disappointed because I didn't buy enough. Or at the same time, I have another question for everybody out there. How much XRP do you buy where you say, okay, I've got enough XRP, I'm going to start a new bag of something else? Right?
Yeah, but then the people have to tip their hat as to the size of their bag, which we always tell people not to do.
It's not about tipping the size of your hat or your bag. It's about saying to yourself, do I have enough of XRP? And I'm happy with my bag.
A lot of our clients, a lot of our listeners have already said that.
I'm also curious what people think is a substantial enough bag to have where you say that's a solid amount, right? And I'm Lizard King, like, for example, is there a point where you said to yourself, okay, I have enough XRP and I'm going to open up another bag of something else I'm going to start diving into and make that my second bag, specifically heavier? Or are you still only in XRP? Because for me, it's only been XRP. I'm happy for $1.80 for a $1.80 XRP. I would love a $1.80 XRP.
What do you mean? Oh, 180 or $1.80?
He says a $1.80. I'm going to say that means 180. 180 XRP.
Well, if it's $180,
it's a life-changing situation.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Right. I mean,
awesome.
For most of us. I'm with you. I would love to see a $1.80.
50 would be beautiful. 50.
I'd like to see 13. but the question, I mean, how much XRP do we want to have, or do you start to go, I'm going to start buying something else? Is there going to be another? Is it the XLM? Is it HBAR? Is it XDC?
Well, I think the thing is, we're also convicted.
Very convicted
on XRP because of the Ripple staff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The Ripple staff is it's like no other.
No, really isn't. They're everywhere. You're betting on them is what, as far as I'm concerned, that's what we're betting.
That's a very good point you make. I would say to you 100%, you got that 100% is like no other coin that has a team of people working for them. They have literally all the all-stars. And they bring on more all-stars into the game.
Yeah, didn't they just moved somebody over, the Asian woman, I forget her name. She just left Ripple now, and she's now going to be working for Donald Trump's. I just saw it on X today.
Maybe Lizard King knows what we're talking about. That's a quick question on the Google thing over there. But you've got such a Lizard King says altcoins are so cheap, the risk is not buying them.
Yeah,
you're right.
Right.
It is true.
You know something, if we play back this video in 3 years from now, and if we were talking what the prices are of these items,
yes,
I think 3 years from now, I'm not saying it's going to be 3 years, but it's just such a big gap to go over 3 years. I think we're going to look back and we're going to be like, do you remember like we were all just sitting there spinning our wheels, doing nothing at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
And so many less people even listening for the content.
Yes.
You know, you and I even listening to less content.
Right.
It's just, you know.
Lizard King says fam, PHAM fam. I'm not sure what that is. If that's supposed to be a coin, please forgive me, Lizard King, for not knowing what that is. Sometimes you have to break things down for me over here. I apologize. Mike, do you know what fam is? PHAM?
No.
All right. Unless it's fam as in family. But it's, you know, one of those things. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying, I still want to talk about this weekend and silver at some point in time too.
We're definitely
want to do that. Don't leave that out.
We're going to hit up a silver. Mike loves
because
silver.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. It is. It's a sidebar from crypto into the metals, and they're important. But I just want to go into quickly the ETFs. How many ETFs we have currently? There are 6 current ETFs. Franklin, Bitwise, Canary, Rex Osprey, Grayscale, and 21 shares. How many more ETFs are coming out? Do we know that answer? Lizard King says on Trump's CFTC is FAM.
That's it.
Bingo.
Carolyn FAM. Yeah.
You are awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for putting that out there. Carolyn FAM. So he's good. I love it. I love when someone knows their stuff so well and quickly.
Better than you and
It's okay. I'm happy to say that I'm not as good.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
On details.
We're just here to.
But Lizard King, that's why you make this show so special. It's you guys out there who are watching and listening, who have the knowledge and have the questions and are a part of this community that make it so special for us. We love it. We love it.
And it looks like your wife left a message on the other message over here. She's rubbing it in your face.
Yeah. My wife and my daughter.
Hi from sunny and warm Florida.
My wife and daughter are in Florida, which is good for them. I'm very happy for them to be there, enjoying my son down there. Put them on a plane on Saturday, and they're going to come back on Friday afternoon. So that means for the rest of the week, it's me and Bruno, the dog, and anybody else who wants to hang out and have some fun. That being said, we got 6 ETFs. How many more ETFs do we know coming out for sure? Do we know how many more ETFs are coming out? Do we know the names of the ETFs coming out? Do you have information that you found? Because I was trying to do some research and it was very tough to find out what's coming out still.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things we were talking about was like all along months ago, we were talking about 18 ETFs that are in the pipeline.
Aaron James, that's a great question. And I don't know what to tell you, buddy. And I thank you for joining the show. But unfortunately, that is not something I can say out loud. But it's a good question. And I hope it's something to do with XRP. So, yeah. Welcome, Aaron James. We appreciate your comment over there. But maybe, how does that relate to XRP or digital coins for that matter? Oh, man. Aaron, it's going to be a long night for you, buddy. Yeah, that's for sure. GHEY, is it spelled differently because it means something different?
I have no idea.
But hopefully it's going to get better. Let's see. We have a situation where the question is, we have 4 leverage ETFs as well. Tecreum, I could say the Tecreum, Volatility Shares XRP, which is a featured based, and then you have Volatility Shares 2X XRP, which is leveraged futures. I'm sorry, not features, futures. Wisdom Tree XRP pending SEC review, and Coin Shares XRP.
I want to just talk real briefly on
Yes.
that. I bought the XXRP.
Yes.
A couple of maybe 2-3 months ago, whenever. And I will tell you, it's great. All of a sudden, it can go really, really well, really quickly.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if you're trying to buy it and hold it and think you're going to do well, no, you're going to lose your shirt. Because it's not the spot. I just want everybody to recognize
the XRP is not a spot ETF. It's
all those leveraged ones. Those 2Xs. In a market like this where XRP does nothing for days or weeks at a time, you're burning through your money. So that's something that I dumped all of that.
Yeah.
And I went into the spot because I don't care. I don't mind buying and holding and waiting in the stock market for the XRP to go, just like I did with XRP in general.
Right.
And you're not gonna lose your shirt. Like, you don't have to sit there and a week go by, it's the same price, and you realize, oh, I'm down 20%.
When you're buying the ETFs, it's like buying the coin, but you're buying into the stock market side.
Right.
And you're buying a safety net. It's what you're buying. You're buying larger groups of it, right? You're buying 10 at a shot, maybe, versus 1 or 2 or 3.
Right.
And I think most people are buying at least 10 anyway to begin with at $2 a coin. You're looking at probably buying 10 at a shot. I know that I am typically when I buy it. I typically put like $25 in or $20 in or $50, depending on the day or week, whatever's going on. And I'll, just clip some. Sometimes it's 100.
That's when you're buying the actual XRP versus buying the ETFs,
yes,
the spot ETFs.
We talked about that. I was going to buy the ETFs, and you said, "Why am I buying the ETFs for? I have the actual real thing."
Right.
You're doing it because you're doing the IRA or wherever you're putting the money from.
Right.
That's a little different, and that's why it's.
Yeah, it was just extra money that was in my IRA that I rolled out of gold and put it into there. So, it made sense. But I will say, personally, I think there's probably not going to be anything better than actually owning the actual asset, because when you have it, you'll be able to do things with it.
Yes.
That, like that ETF, you can make the appreciation on it, but you're not going to be able to give it to a Jake Claver or whoever's going to be able to do something with it down the road.
Right. I want to know from you guys out there, again, where are you in your mind as far as thinking goes with XRP? Are you full? Are you still buying? And if you're full, what's the next thing you want to buy? And if you're not full and you're still buying, is it because it's so cheap, which is a great reason? Or is it because it's going to turn and burn and you want to make sure you have a little extra in your pocket to get that extra, that nice, beautiful car because you bought an extra 100 XRP, let's say. And because you have the extra 100 XRP, that you're going to buy a house and a car one day because of the extra 100 XRP. Right? Like, for me, it was more about, looking into, if I want to keep X on my platforms where I'm going to keep it and earn my dividends on it, how much do I need to earn? How much do I have to earn? And then how much could I want to take a little bit to spend? Right? Biden the hair sniffer's back. Thank you so much for being with us again today. Look at what's happening with silver ETFs.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that for sure. I want to talk about it.
Biden the hair sniffer, thank you for joining us. We love having you on the show.
You're talking about the silver ETFs. I was listening to several podcasts.
Is it the paper?
It's the paper.
Yeah.
I would be a little careful of where you are putting your money, because
so let's talk about, because I heard that that Chinese guy, you sent me that link over there, and they talked about, and I wish I could give.
I think it's called the Asian guy or something like the Asian guy. I think he's new. He just popped up. I think it's AI. But his info, I think he's AI, but I think the info is pretty spot on with some of that stuff.
So what they're saying right now, and Michael, I need you to jump in because you know way more about silver than I do, is they're saying that the white paper or the paper for the silver may not be real, or it may not be.
You're just talking about the actual, the amount of, for an ETF. You don't mean white paper. You mean the actual purchasing of silver.
Even my conversation isn't right. I apologize. So the actual buying the paper of silver versus buying the silver itself.
Yeah, because there's a shortage. There's a big shortage going on with
Asian AI guy, Biden hair sniffer, bam, on fire. Thank you so much.
I love how he's watching the same. He's on the same stuff.
Yeah, well, I think so. Well, what's happening is it's becoming more in your face. It's becoming more realistic. And hearing the conversations about what he said, how this volcano is going to erupt, and how silver is going to go. I talked into thousands. I heard. I mean, my only fear about that is, and I say fear in a lightly used way, is that if it becomes so expensive for silver, how is that going to change things that we're buying that have silver in them? Will they have a secondary item that can use instead of silver to make those things, whether it's cars, computers, phones?
It's in all of those things.
Right. And how is that going to affect us? Let's see. Blade is back. Thank you so much for joining us, Blade. Hey, guys. Hope you and your families had a great Christmas. What frustrates me are the people waiting for XRP to take off. It's going to take time, easily another year. I can appreciate that, Blade, and that's what we keep telling ourselves. But it's hearing all the hoopla, the hopium that it's going to happen sooner, and that's where I keep myself in my mind. Okay, it's some more time. It's some more time. But all these guys, like you said, are completely pumping this up that it's going to happen any moment. And it's tough. It's tough because you listen to it and you get excited, but you don't want to watch. Biden, the hair sniffer, says silver ETFs are 380 to 1.
So they're basically, there's not enough. There's 380 contracts to buy, but there's only one that will have enough silver.
And Lizard King says, I own silver ETFs and I'm cautiously observing, wondering, should I dump it? It's a great question.
You know, do a little bit of research on that. There is one that I saw that is fully backed, 100%, 1-to-1.
Square One, the Underground. Tell me you have no idea without telling me you have no idea.
That's it. We're here.
Right? I mean, that's the honest truth.
Yep.
And thank you for joining and let us know in the world you're from. Thank you for joining us on the podcast over here. I think it's the first time you're here. We appreciate you being here. Guys, if you're watching this podcast, please give us a like and please join us. Please, what's the word I want to call it? Please like us and also subscribe. My words aren't coming out tonight. You know, I had a little bit of bourbon before you got here, by the way. Eric was here earlier, pulled a little bourbon. So I apologize for my mouth and my brain.
This is the first I heard. So we got to.
Yeah, it was a little. Blade says, for me, I'm putting money on gold. I have a limit. Maybe after putting more on XRP. Institutional, maybe some on XLM for retail. I like that play.
Sprott. The Sprott physical ETF is fully backed. The PSLV from what I did, some little bit of research on.
So PSLV is the Sprott physical silver ETF.
Yep.
So that means
fully backed.
Fully backed.
And yeah, it's more expensive than all the other ones because of it, but they're fully backed.
Let's see. Are you guys familiar with Sprott? Well, my voice is going over here. It's just weird. Where's my voice going from?
I don't know.
And I'm not sick. As a matter of fact, if any of you guys were out there were sick before, my wife was sick. My daughter was sick. I got sick for like 3 days and bounced back.
Take your vitamin D, brother.
It's
your wife is down in Florida getting her vitamin
D. The emergency kicked in, baby. Lizard King says, a little bourbon, great idea. It definitely was a great idea. As a matter of fact, it was the Costco. Ready for this? It's like, can we pull it out over there? Costco has these magnums of bourbon. One of our team agents brought it in. Second drawer, buddy. A 12-year bourbon. Not sure you guys drink it all. It's laying down sideways over there. So we got William NL. Thank you for joining us. And he says, chase the greens and get wrecked. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. This was a compliment from one of our team agents over here brought in. Can you guys see it? Is it getting out a picture?
Yeah, it's big.
It's a 12-year Scotch whiskey Magnum bottle.
It's 20. It's about 20 inches.
Is that 20?
Yeah, it's about 20 inches.
So I took a couple of shots of that thing there. So I think that my voice may be going or something from there. But my mind and my mouth. Anyway, long story short, we're having some fun over here.
So back to the silver though, real quick.
Back to the silver, yes.
And
William, by the way, thank you for joining us and letting us know where in the world you're from. Thank you for joining our podcast. Hit a smash a like. Please hit subscribe. We appreciate all of you being a part of the show. We got a lot of you guys. There's a lot of people jumping in over here, which is awesome. It's climbing up over here. Yep. It makes us so happy to have you on the show. You guys are what the show is all about. What are your thoughts and feelings? Let's get back to the silver question. This is the XRP intro to crypto, but silver is on the tongue of everybody because it's real.
It is. And what I'm most interested in is what's going on with China. January 1, China's is going to be putting a lockdown. They're not going to be allowing for a lot of exports. What is that going to do to the silver market in America and everything, and all the manufacturing?
Let me ask you a question, speaking about silver for a split second. What if you have silverware that you have from your grandparents? Is that more valuable than the actual silver you're buying? I don't know. I looked at
It's not because it's not. It's
stainless.
Usually it's not 100% silver.
It's 92.5% silver.
So that's not the same as if it's 92. That's close, but it's still
Close, but no
and
cigar.
see, the problem is from what I'm hearing is that refiners, there's a lot of refiners that are shutting down for maintenance or whatever. They're going to be out of business for a few months.
No kidding.
So they would rather have the pure silver now rather than even the pre-1960, not pre-1965 silver coins, because even if you wanted to melt them down to get it into full, it takes processing and energy and so forth. So, and there's not a lot of them right now.
Blade says, I have silver, but buying gold, I find tell us what you find. I think that I definitely want to invest in some silver. And you're looking at roughly about $75 an ounce, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would want the physical silver in my house. Can you buy it so it physically comes to your house?
Yes.
Interesting. Yes. Does it come like in an armored truck? Because it's not going to come like Amazon delivery. That package.
No. Well, you can get it from local shops here if they still have it, and if they don't, you can have it shipped for sure. If it's a big enough thing, oftentimes they might have it go directly to FedEx.
Interesting.
Or something, and then you pick it up at FedEx or something like that.
So I have a question for you all. This is a question I asked in the beginning. I'm not sure everybody heard this, but it comes back to the XRP supply shock. 1.5 billion total left. Now, Jake was talking about millions, not billions. You brought that up before we started the show.
Yep.
So what do you guys believe? Do you believe it's in the millions left? Do you believe it's in the billions, 1.5 billion or more? What do you think is left? And the question comes down to, we're talking about from 100 billion to about 1.5 billion, possibly, or more or less, available for retail. And that's a lot, but it's really not.
It's not just retail. That's also going to go to the banks.
And to the banks.
And to the ETFs. So, there's a lot of buyers that are going to be buying it up. It's not the retail. The retail is not going to be the ones that are going to be moving this market.
Blade says, I find they're not talking about gold, and banks as well as other countries are stocking up. Costco sells silver, 25 coins. That's very interesting. I did not know that.
Well, Costco sells gold too, though.
I did not know that either.
Well, Costco's been selling gold for 2 years at least.
But the fact you can buy silver at Costco makes it very convenient. That's pretty cool. Like, can you walk into Costco, buy silver, and take it home with you? Or is it like?
I think that would be the case.
That's pretty darn cool. I like that a lot. Thank you for sharing that, Blade. Connor Arthur, thank you for joining us here on the show, and want to let us know where you're from in the world, please. And please hit subscribe and like. We appreciate you being on the show here. When do you see the crypto markets rebounding? That's a great question. And while we have that question out there, Biden the Harris Jeffrey says there's more gold about than silver.
Absolutely.
Blade says yes. Hold on 1 second, going back up on this. It's flying a little high over here. Give me 1 second. So Blade, the Costco thing, yes. And then Shirley, thank you so much for joining us, Shirley. Please hit subscribe and like and let us know in the world where you're from. XRP needs to move. No more BS. Well, Shirley, you're not wrong. And I will say to you, going back to what someone else said over here earlier on, is that it's important to know that it's going to take probably about a year. I think that it's really going to be this year. I think this year is going to be a massive change in XRP. We were so set up for it to happen in 2025 that we felt a little deflated emotionally, financially.
You're still deflated? You're still deflated because you're not at 2 digits yet.
Right.
You expected to be 2 digits.
I was hoping, expecting, believing, and wanting, because of the hopium and the excitability of it, that we would be at 2 digits plus. Yes, 100%, without a question. But I am definitely more. It's kind of like it's really put perspective to me. It's made me more appreciate what I have, and it's almost like you get off the volume of emotion, and it kind of suppresses you back to normalcy, brings you back on the level.
Somebody asked the question at the end of when do you expect it to be?
I'm going to answer that question in 1 second. Try to. At me, JNV3VL, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being on the show. Let us know where you're from. Sorry, XRP might hit $10 by 2028. I hope not. And Biden Harris says not much will move until Global Regulations Clarity Act. I happen to agree with Biden here for a lot on that one there. Blade says Ripple is becoming a bank. What that process is going to take at least 9 months. Blade, I am with you 100% on that. And me, JNV3, 3VL, I'm going to just call it, hold on 1 second, going back up here. It's jumping around so fast on me. YouTubers hyped the XRP so much that the sheep followed hard. I don't know if I would say sheep followed hard, but it really got you to know about XRP. And it's good because they need to get the word out there, because the people who miss it, those are our friends and family, people we know. The people who don't watch the show or are listening but not doing anything, those are going to be the people that wish they did. Trinity, thank you so much for joining us over here on the show and letting us know where you're from. You're back again. You were here before. Even XRP hit $10 by 20. Even if XRP hits $10 by 2028, that is still a 4x move. Where else could you get that kind of return? You're absolutely right, Trinity. 100% agree with you. And again, thanks for being on the show with us today. And if you haven't already, guys, done so, please subscribe and like us. Silver and Gold says me, JN. And they say, I didn't say that was a bad thing. I got it on XRP early. I got an XRP early. That's awesome. And that's, the people who've been living the longest with XRP have been going through that emotional roller coaster the most. Blazing Bandit, thank you so much for being back here. Yo, Santa got stopped at the border this year. Hasn't cleared customs yet.
That's good.
Yeah, very, very good. I like that.
Me
says right on. And then Lizard King, before XRP, I didn't have a chance in hell to be anything more than a wage earner. I'll stay bullish for quarter one, 2026. Lizard King, you are on it, my friend. Right back at you for all of us here, because we are 24/7 workers, 7 days a week in our business lives. And it's the first time I had a chance in our life to feel better and I have an exciting future. 100% agree with you.
You still didn't answer that question for that guy. Like, when's it going to be that moon? You're right. I'm not going to let you go.
Blazing Bandit says year isn't over. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I shouldn't predict much because who am I to predict? But I'm with you guys. I think 2026 is going to be a big year for us. I think it's going to take 8 or 9 months between that bank moving a thing happening. I think it's going to make a huge explosion of it. I think that in the first quarter, especially with the Clarity Act, we're going to see a jump. That's what I really believe. In my heart, I hope. I'm not positive about anything here, of course. Let's see. Blazing Bandit, years and over. And then we got Trinidiac. Did you guys see the LED light for the ball drop this year? Has 589 lights.
I did see that.
Wow.
Jake was talking about that today.
I like that. Okay, listen, Trinity, thanks for bringing that up. That's kind of wild. I did not know that.
Yeah, Jake was talking about it today on the call. But also Jake was also talking about, he said, if you take a look at some of those memes that are, right, we call them memes.
Yes.
Memes. He says, take a look. He says, they keep showing the ace in the pocket of the, I think it was in, wasn't in Brad Garlinghouse's pocket, or
I couldn't tell you.
Or bearable bear. I
could see that happening.
I don't know, but there was something that was kept talking about this.
Tommy's back from Philly saying, "Go Birds!" Having a great. What a great game they had. Absolutely true. Turple Nurple's back. Thank you so much for joining us again. So good to see you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Absolutely. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody. We're excited for this New Year's. 2026 is going to be special. It really is. 2025 was pretty special. XRP, where we began, where we're ending, what we've been through, and the whole roller coaster, we're definitely higher than we were before, right? We were at $1
since January last year.
Before the election, it was $1.
Oh, before the election,
100%.
Okay. That was November.
Biden hair sniffer says Kaima network from Israel will be used for the EU CBDCs. I like you, the Biden hair sniffer. I like what you're saying over there. The Kaima network. I would love to be able to buy on this network too. Trinity X is bearable guy. Thank you so much. Very good stuff. And Blade says 2026 was amazing. I think 2025 is amazing for us. Price didn't go up, but all the institutional connections Ripple is making.
Good
That's
positive feedback.
Blaze,
I
you're
love
on
it.
fire, my friend. That is exactly right.
Thanks for keeping us positive.
But it's a reality. It's a reminder because 2025, so much has happened with Ripple. All the things that they picked up, all the players that they're involved in them. It's unbelievable. We got over here a lot of people. Daniel Lamel over there on Instagram says $20 XRP, I think. Danny's at work, by the way. He's must
go back to work, Danny.
Danny's on break. Thank you. I love you, buddy. Thanks for being a part of the show over here. And we got over here Blazing Bandit says Bearable Guy 123. Let's see. Turple Nurple Rosie Rio says there will be a second New Year celebration at 12:04 with new technology. Interesting.
12:04.
Now it's 12:04. The time. I mean, I'm hoping 12:04 a.m. And Blazing Bandit says New York City 2026 sign has 589 light bulbs. Bulbs to light it up. What's up? I mean, this 589 thing. The fact that the president is playing into it also because he is also doing a New Year's, or not a New Year's, another July thing happening at the 250th celebration. You wonder, is there anything happening in July? You know, who set up the 589 light bulbs? Who made that decision?
I don't know.
Do you think the president had anything to do with that?
No.
Do you think there's so many people in the background that are involved in this whole thing? Or did it always have 589 light bulbs?
I don't know. Yeah, for all I know, it could be it's a good divisible number based on a circumference.
Right.
I don't have an answer for you, but I love to drink the Kool-Aid as much as all you guys do. I just don't know.
Biden Harris Cipher says everything is connected to Ripple, and Medical Bids says please stop peddling false narrative. There are billions of XRP available to buy. Well, I don't know. Go to ChatGPT. That's not exactly very true, or any other perspective. Tell me where you found that information. Lizard King says, Nurple knows. I love that you guys are on fire together. And I don't know if you guys know each other, but I love that you guys are on point together. That I'm loving this. The Turple Nurple's in the firebox, knows what's going on. I love her fists and passion over there. Private Citizen, thank you for joining us here on the Intro to Crypto. And they said at Medical Bid 7391, 100% truth. Not sure what that means. At Medical Bid 7391, 100% truth. Help us what that means, and where in the world are you coming from?
Maybe it's something to do with on X.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Medical Bid 7391.
They are, Trinity X says before skyscraper can be built, it has to have foundation work. The more foundation work needed, the taller the skyscraper, aka XRP utility price appreciation. Patience will be rewarded. Amen and hallelujah.
I like that.
We are with you and agree with you, especially Blade and Turple Nurple and all of us here together, Biden, Harris, Nurple. We are all on the same page, and it's having that conviction. Paul, thank you so much for joining us, Paul Leroux. Where in the world are you from? Thank you for joining us, and hit subscribe and like, please. Let's go XRP. We're wearing it in our brand new sweatshirts here today. And we have, it was a medical, hold on a second.
Medical Bid 7391.
It's flying over. You guys are fast. It was a response to medical bids.
No, nothing.
And Monty Main Champ, thank you for joining us here today. Appreciate what you're being a part of our show today. Hit subscribe and let us know where in the world you guys are coming from. It means the world to us to know you're here with us and being a part of the show. You make the show up. Still hopeful for 2026. Absolutely. Medical bids. I have almost 7,000 XRP. Don't tell anybody. Do you think this is enough? I think that's quite a good bag, and keep it tight. Keep that information tight. Hopefully it's on a cold storage wallet or on an exchange that is very secure.
That's a good tip right there.
As a matter of fact, if you haven't seen before, there's a couple links attached over here. There's a Dcent wallet with a special on it. It goes right to Dcent wallet. You get a special if you want. It helps us out as well. We get a little something from them. Uphold is a great platform to use. Caleb and Brown,
but it's not secure.
Caleb and Brown is also attachment for their great place to keep your XRP. Earl, thanks so much for joining us again, Earl 333. It says over here, trophy, yellow, smiling hand, orange, covering eyes. Now you did that last time to us, Earler. I love that. And did we find out what exactly that meant? Did you put that into Google for me? Because I love that. It says trophy, yellow, smiling. I'm gonna actually hold on one second. Let's see what happens.
That's going to be on the bearable bar.
Trophy, yellow, smiling, hand orange covering eyes. Of course, I didn't get what that was. Biden the hair sniffer, the plumbing. Yes. Private Citizen 1251, thank you for joining us here today. Let us know in the world where you're coming from. After 14 years, how much patience is needed? A lot more patience, but maybe not too much. Good question.
But just think of the size of the bag that individual should have been able to put together in 14 years.
Oh, you're not kidding. Blazing Bandit, hold tight. Generational wealth is now in sight. I like that. That's a nice rhyme. I like that. Hold tight. Generational wealth is now in sight. I'm gonna keep repeating that one, Blazing Bandit. Thank you so much. Paul Rowe, thank you much for being here again today. And from UK, love it, Paul Rowe. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe and let us know where you're from. Trinity Eck, almost there at Private Citizen 1251. Love you guys are going back and forth. Trinity Eck at Medical Bid 7391. Depends on how long you are willing to wait and what your expectations are. That's facts. And Charlie Libro. Oh, Charlie, thanks for joining us over here. Let us know where in the world you're coming from. Appreciate you being a part of the show. XRP, XLM, HBAR, Doge, holding strong for the long term and buying the dips. See you on the other side. Amen and hallelujah. Side friends, and may God continue to bless you all. Amen, and blessing you too, my friend, and everybody else out there who's watching the show. Thank you for being a part of the show again. Medical Bids, thank you, everybody, for their input. Absolutely. Monty Main Champ, thank you for joining the show, Monty, and letting us know where you're from in the world. Please, if our crypto is on a cold wallet, why is giving out specific XRP amounts bad? Just wondering. The reason is, God forbid, someone knows who you are and finds you. And we've heard horror stories about those kind of things happening, of people being abducted, God forbid, right? And that's the biggest reason why you don't want people to know about what you have. Amen and hallelujah. All right, just be safe always out there. We're a team. We're stronger together. We're learning from each other. We have had
your friend there on from Florida from security.
That's right. Private Citizen, the CTO, he told the truth. Medical Bids, what will be the price of XRP in 2030? That's a great question. And Charlie Libro says $10,000. Lizard King says bullish, absolute bullish. Private Citizen, the problem is that XRP Army has refused to hold Ripple accountable, especially when we're selling XRP through the back channels as a security, and never told the retail investors what they were doing. Oh, here we go. Lizard King, stay frosty. It's freaking cold over here. That's for dang sure. Frosty and excited. And Monty Main Champ says, see, thank you, USA, by the way. Love it. We're in the United States. Oh, wow, this is running hard and fast over here. Let me catch up. MacGyver, thank you for joining 2004. Let us know where the world you're from, too. I don't think there's much left. The only XRP left are on the exchanges. After that, there's nothing left. So we might see a squeeze soon from Detroit, Michigan. Love it. Detroit Lions, big game coming up over there. And we have CMDR Radius. Please forgive me if I said that wrong. Thank you for joining us. Hit subscribe. Let us know the world you're coming from. And it says $100. Looking at $100 in the first quarter. What do you think? Or is that by 2030? Blades, the same reason you don't tell friends or family you have gold or silver at home. That's exactly right, Blade. Thanks for sharing. And CMDR says at least. Blade says same. Okay, I'm sorry. Ronald Ballard, thanks for joining us and letting us know where in the world you're from. 10 years worth.
Wow.
Right? 10 years. That's a long time. That's a long time being in the game. And CMDR says staring contest. Starring. I can't even read. CMDR says 2030. Okay, so 2030, you think it's going to be $100 is what your guess is over here. I think that in 2030, we are going to see another zero on that number. That's what I think. In 2030, we'll see $100 a 4-digit XRP. That's my guess. If all things play accordingly, or even if they play half accordingly. Jacob, thanks for joining us. I have a couple 100 ounces of gold. Jacob, don't tell anybody how much gold you have, but that's amazing. And keep that tight and keep it locked up somewhere special and safe. And that's kind of stuff we don't tell people. We don't want to tell people what we have. Very important. And Blade says nice. It's, you know what? It's so important. This is amazing how much influence you guys play a role into this show. And we're all learning and listening together. I mean, let me be honest with you. Like, knowing what you have and continue to buy makes you feel excited and also frustrated sometimes. When the price is low, you're great because you can buy more. But then you're like, I want the price to go up. But then when the price goes up, then you can't buy as much, right? And Jacob over here is the unit is going to complete against XRP and dominate XRP and Swift. The unit is going to complete against XRP and dominate XRP and Swift.
The unit.
I'm not sure what that meant. I read it twice. And Painful Truth. Thank you very much for joining us. And then we got Face Blue Smiling. I love these anecdotes. I don't know what the right word is exactly when Erler does it really well. I like when he goes and says these different things over here. What does it mean? Jacob Ryan says complete. MacGyver says, I wish the Lions made the playoffs, but XRP is the real champions. Facts. We'll take XRP win over any team. We're all together on that one there. If XRP jumps up, we could care less about what our football teams are doing. But maybe have enough money to go to one of the games, right?
There you go.
Let's see. MacGyver. Okay. And then let's see. Crazy Legs. So thanks for getting back on the show over here. Please hit subscribe. Let us know where you're coming from. Hold your XRP, sir. Yes, sir. Amen and hallelujah. And if you are a military veteran, we thank you for your service. CMDR, what is the estimate on XRP float on OTC and exchanges? That's we went back to that 1.5 billion roughly, right?
That's what we're talking about.
We're talking about a 1.5 billion on the total available, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. You know,
and we were talking too. Don't forget, the first is coming up, so we had another 1 billion being released,
300 million being used.
Yep.
And then 700 million going back. 700 million going back. Atlantic Living. Thank you so much for going back on the show, buddy. And please subscribe to our channel, Atlantic Living, if you haven't done so. I don't think you did it last time. Hoping for the price appreciation to meet you guys in Fort Lauderdale next month. He's going to be there. You've been talking about.
Did he decide?
He says, appreciate to meet you guys. He goes, hoping the price appreciation to meet you guys in Fort Lauderdale next month.
So he ain't going unless if we have an appreciation in the next couple of weeks.
Are you going for sure? Only if price appreciation happens. Atlantic Living. Please subscribe and please give us a like over here. Jacob Bryant, the unit will complete. That's right. Will compete against Swift. The unit will compete against Swift and XRP and dominate them. The unit. What is the unit? I'm missing something over here. Jacob, please help me out. Thanks. From CBR, and he goes, Jacob says it's ran on Mbridge from the Global East. I don't know what that is.
Mbridge is it's a way that they move almost like Swift, so it's Mbridge, I believe, but it's got to be somewhere Asian.
Distinct Almond. That's a new one for us. Thank you very much for joining the show. We appreciate you being here. Please hit like and subscribe. They are on which channel they are. They're not on YouTube. They're on, I can't see what it is. The two quotes. I forgot what it is up right off my top of my head. Sorry. Best viewers, Stream Brew. Oh, you're on I can't tell you where you are. You're on something else. You're on another platform watching us. It might be on Spotify watching us. Let's see. CMDR is WTH. WTH.
What the hell?
What the I didn't know it. Wow, my God, what the hell? CMDR, that's good. I like that. Very, very good. You guys are awesome. You guys are so again, first quarter. We're all expecting a big pump, right? We're expecting something. We're looking for double digits. And someone said earlier, if it hits $10, we go 4 times. And you're absolutely right. 4x. I would love to see a 4x. Where else can you see 4x on anything? I mean, the reality is, if you had purchase Bitcoin and you bought it at 125,000, you're at 82,000. How much money did you lose? Holy shnikes. That's a lot of money. We're talking about 40 grand. How much did we lose on one coin? $1? We didn't even lose it because we didn't sell it, right? But how much it went down. So this makes a big difference. Charlie Libro says, hit the like. Thank you so much for hitting the like, and make sure to hit subscribe.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we appreciate you guys being here so much. I hope you guys are enjoying the show because you guys make this show. I love that you guys are interactive with me. If any of you
and each other,
if any of you want to come live on the show, please let me know. I'd love to get you guys a link out there so we can physically have you on with us. I want to make this a community for all of us to enjoy together, learn together, and have some fun. If you're interested, let me know you want to join the show, and we can set up. Maybe you can do it for Friday. And William and hold on a second. I'm getting a little pop up over here. Let's see. William and Al, thank you for joining us. And where in the world are you coming from? What the hell equals? Oh, WTH equals welcome to the Web3. William, thank you for clarifying. We have two older guys over here. I'm 51. He's 50, a couple more than I am. And sometimes I miss the letters and what they mean in these things here.
Well, that does mean what the hell too, though, just for the record.
Okay. But WTH, he's got it equals welcome to Web3. I like that.
I do too.
I'm going to use what the WTH for welcome to, how does
I'm still reading
Web3. Go ahead. What are you reading over there?
Oh, I don't know. Welcome to
Web3. So
I don't see.
How does the H equal Web3? Help me out on that one too. Again, William, I'm slow to the flow on this one here. All right, so we got a bunch of you guys here in the chat on all different platforms. Again, what are your price predictions now? I want to hear from you right now, quickly. What are your price predictions by the end of first quarter 2026? What are your numbers? And while I'm looking at that, I got William says, I'm older than you. William, I love you, buddy.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let us know in the world, where are you coming from, William? And again, please subscribe. Miami boy, what are you thinking about XTC? I like XTC a lot. I think XTC is going to be a couple of years later after XRP does its thing. I think within 5 years of XRP exploding, XTC comes into play.
I'm surprised XTC is still as cheap as it is.
I agree with you. I'm shocked to see it at 4 and 5 cents. I agree with you 100%. William and Al says HTTP. I know those letters. What's HTTP?
It's an internet protocol.
Yeah.
It's an internet protocol.
Okay. Again, I'm not as techie as Michael is. Much more techie than I am. But where do you guys, please hit me right now. I want to see where you guys see by the end of quarter one in 2026. Where do you see XRP? Let's see what you guys see. Quickly give me your estimations. No one's being held to anything over here, but I want to see what your thoughts and feelings are.
Yeah,
please.
Dave won't say it anymore because I've already rubbed his nose.
No.
I've already rubbed his nose a couple of times on some real bad ones. Where was the $3 we expected 3 months ago?
In August, right? Exactly. No, but I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Come on, let me know in the chat over here. Please let us know what you guys think for end of quarter one. Where do you think XRP is going to be? Love to hear your thoughts and feelings. Henry Cron says, it's so hard to predict the price, to be honest. You're 100% right. And no matter what you predict, it's like you're not wrong because it's just a prediction. And it's something we're having some kind of fun over here. You gotta have a little fun about it. You got not get too crazy about it. I definitely think this year is going to be a big year for us. At Stubbies, thank you for joining us. I'm new to the market, bought 500 XRP, have them all in a Tangent wallet. Am I good to go? I don't know the Tangent wallet.
Tangent wallet.
I couldn't answer that question. I can tell you that the Dcent wallet is a very safe wallet to use.
Tangent's fine from what I've seen.
Make sure that you can. 500 is great to start with. Continue buying and keep it cold and keep it private and
keep it private. There's the key. Never take a picture of your seed phrases, guys, because it shows up in the cloud and somebody can always get a hold of your seed phrases down the road. So
Medical Bid says everybody will be rich. Amen and hallelujah. Bent Builder, thank you very much for joining the show. Let us know in the world you are from. Hit subscribe and like. We appreciate you being here. And it says $4. $4 been in the first quarter. CMDR says at the all-time high. Well, you guys are on the same page right there because all-time high has been about 360.
Yeah.
Bet Builder says retail only investments can pump it up so high. And Blade says, I expect maybe something happening by July 4th. And Blade, is that because of the
Donald Trump
doing the 250 year in July 4th?
Yeah.
I think that there's something there to be with that. I think there's definitely something to be said about that. Big happening. He knows something. That is for sure. It's all in the works, right? And Miami Boy says, do you think that Quant will be bigger than Bitcoin and XRP? I don't think that Quant will be bigger than XRP. I cannot speak on Bitcoin. I think now I'm going to say no. I don't think it will be.
I have Quant. I do have some Quant. In all fairness,
yes.
I have some, but I don't have. I certainly don't think it's going to be. I don't see it being big. I will say it does have a very small market cap. I mean, there's only what 25 million of them.
MacGyver says I have Trezor 7. I love it. Trezor 7.
Yes. Yeah.
Atlantic Living says end of Q1 so difficult because we can't get straight answers regarding the OTC and dark pool inventories. That is true. Jake is doing a little live tonight. Make sure we all tune in. Thank you for reminding us about that. Definitely going to tune in.
What's that on? What's that on?
What do you mean what's on? Jake,
yeah. Because it's Monday night.
Yeah, it's Monday
night.
Monday
night.
Eastside Parati. I'm sorry,
9 to
Parati.
11.
I can't even talk. Eastside Pirate, my words. Oh my God. Thank you for joining us, letting us know where you're from. Hit subscribe and like, please. Do you think we will decouple from Bitcoin soon? I think that soon is a question of what is soon. I think it happens in the next 5 years. On the decouple part, what do you think on that? HBAR and ICP. I don't know what ICP
Internet
is.
Computer.
Okay. That's from CNBR.
I used to have an ICP. I don't have it anymore. HBAR,
maybe 5 to 10 years. On the decouple, maybe 5 to 10 years. That's a big question on decoupling with Bitcoin.
I don't even. Yeah, I won't even.
Bet Builder says 10 p.m. He's referring to Jake. Absolutely. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that again. To everybody who hasn't followed Jake Claver, definitely tune in. Definitely listen. It's always worth listening. Have it in the background while you're doing something else. It goes long. A lot of great questions happen there. He's such a good guy. Medical Bid says, we will break the shackles of poverty through XRP. Amen and hallelujah all day long. Bet Builder Claver is saying 48 hours XRP to 100. I know. He's killing us over here. Bet Builder. Blade says the amount retail the people have in XRP doesn't make a dent. The whales and institutions, when everything will be in place, it'll move. That's what I believe too.
Yep,
Quant and Tau have great potential. This is from Atlantic Living. Quant and Tau have great potential of supply shock. I believe Quant is 14 million. Tau is low too. I'll have to look into that.
All right, I stand corrected. I think I said 25. So if it's 14, my bad.
Good point over there, Atlantic Living. Thank you for letting us know on that. Nicole Strongman, thank you so much for joining us, letting us know where you're from. Please hit subscribe and like. 7,000 XRP will be fine. I happen to agree. 7,000 XRP will be fine. Eastside Pirate liked and subscribed. Thanks for the info, gentlemen. Eastside, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for joining and liking, subscribing. And we got over here Biden Hair Sniffer back. DTCC newsletter Canton Rise XDC XLM.
You're talking about it again. The Canton. I know you
were strong.
And
Canton DTCC came out after you mentioned it last week. You were on point. Nicole Strongman says, I have 160,000 coins bought in at 80 cents. God bless you, man. That is awesome. But keep that tight. Don't talk about it. Please, please, please let it be somewhere safe. Don't let anybody know what you have. It's a beautiful thing.
And by the way,
and Max
by the way,
14.6 million. I'm not sure what we're referring to.
Can I just say?
Yeah, Max says of Quant. I'm sorry. Go ahead. 42.6 million of Quant. I'm sorry.
If you got 160,000 coins, assuming we're talking about XRP, please don't put it all on one wallet.
Yeah, I would definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
You
diversify.
You should definitely be talking to Jake for sure.
No, but I mean, we just talked to our friend there down in Florida, your
We-
friend
we
there
need
in
to-
the police.
Yeah, this guy
And,
lost
$3 million.
$3 million had it all on one platform. Very dangerous stuff. The guy we had in the show about a month ago, we're gonna bring him back on from Florida, the police officer who is on the unit with going after all the people who steal XRP and crypto. We have
$3 million, and the guy had it all on the Lobster wallet.
Mike
Oh.
Healzion, 800 XRP, still good. Mike, you know what? As Jake would say, it depends what it's worth and how much money you want to have. Don't let people know what you have. But I would say to you, at $2 a coin, I would continue to buy every day, every week, every month. Put aside whatever you can. The cost of a Dunkin' coffee is $2-3, and the cost of a Starbucks is like $6. Just put a few shekels aside every week and continue to buy, my friend, while it's $2 a coin or less. Atlantic Living says, thanks, Max. Good job, Max. Again, I appreciate that. Max says, Canton is a very dark horse. You know, the fact that it's, again, giving it back to our friend who mentioned it last week.
I looked it up. It's CC, right? It's CC. What is the price of CC?
You can't get that. You can't get that on most exchanges. That's in a very few exchanges you can get the Canton.
You might have to.
I think I saw it at 13 or 50, maybe. I don't know. But I agree with the dark horse thing over there. Just I wish it was more available. And don't tell people
CC
online what you have.
crypto
You can
price
get hacked. Absolutely. Biden the hair sniffer. Trust wallet hacked also. I know that, again, according to my experience and also Jake, the Dcent wallet, which again is a link below if you want. You don't have one. If there's a Christmas special, a New Year's special, you're going to save $30-$40 on it. If you are interested in a cold storage wallet. And thank you, Biden the hair sniffer. Nicole Strongman says, yeah, but Callan and Caleb and Brown, footwear in Australia should be able to fine against the Sooners, shouldn't we? I'm not exactly sure what they typed in there. I think it was a little typo. But Caleb Brown is a great place to put your coins. Eastside Pirates says, do you guys host this show weekly or daily, same time? We do it Mondays and Fridays, typically in the ballpark of 4:30 to 5:30, and we usually run until about now and end the show.
That's Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, yes. Thank you for asking, Eastside Pirate. And Nicole Strongman says, I don't have it on this phone. It's completely different device, but yeah, I hear you. Excellent. Biden the hair sniffer on Uphold. Uphold is a great platform, and that is where I typically use. That's why I have the link below if you want to use Uphold and you have the ability to. Should we get Canton? I learned about it.
Don't keep a big bag. Like Jake always says, treat it like a public bathroom. I love when Jake talks like that.
That's a good analogy.
You go in there, you do your business, and you take what you can and put it on your cold wallet. I'm not sure if
I like the analogy of the bathroom the way you said it, but I think it's
like
good.
A public bathroom.
You buy it on Uphold or buy it on your exchange, and I think moving it to your Dcent wallet, depending what you want to put there, open up a Caleb Brown account. I mean, they're a great place to put it. And depending what you have, if you have enough, you can work with Jake. That's the end goal be all, right? Like once you have X amount, if we have the chance at one point in our lives to be there, that's where you want to be. Listen and learn from that man. He's a great man. He's a little crazy sometimes in what he says. We love him, but he's very smart.
On the numbers, you're saying he's crazy? On the numbers.
On the numbers, yes. That's what I'm talking about.
By the way, Canton Network right now is 0.001315. I don't know enough about it, but it's dirt cheap. You can buy a huge bag.
I would love, but where can you buy it? I want to know, where can I buy the can? I'm definitely into looking at the can.
Yeah, you got to Google it, look at it.
I think Biden here was the one let us know last week about that. He's a very smart person. Let's see. Sorry, Caleb and Brown have been you're pretty trustworthy over 20 years now. Yeah, Caleb Brown's a great place to go. If you don't have a link, there's a link below on the chat. If you haven't used Caleb Brown, it's good for us. It's good for you. We get a little something. You get a little something. They're a great company to work with, 100%. Absolutely, yes. Medical Bid says, let's go XRP Army. Yeah, baby. And William NL, what is your idea of the Clarity Act? Will it be good for the top 10? Will it be good for top 10, but bad for all those meme coins, pump and dump schemes?
I think that's ultimately the long-term goal here. I don't think.
I think meme coins are their days are numbered. Maybe one or two will be left. Maybe the Trump coin will be left. I don't know how many more, but Dogecoin will be left. but very few meme coins going to be left.
I'm going for the blue chip. I'm going 100% on all the blue chips. Top tens, I love.
Suave. I'm saying it wrong. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy birthday to Quant. He says Quant is my birthday. Well, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy New Year's to you all as well. Thank you so much for joining the show, and please hit a like and a subscribe. Thank you, and let us know where you're from. Where in the world are you from? Atlantic Living, Zebic, and Casper, both amazing opportunities too. I'm going to say everybody who doesn't know Atlantic Living, smart people. Atlantic Living, smart people. Definitely listen to what they're saying. And I'm going to check into Zebic and Casper. But
I had Casper. I dropped Casper after they had that. They were making some kind of change over there, and I thought they sort of shot themselves a little bit in the foot when they switched over. I think it was an AI play or something. They were doing something, and I think it sort of turned a lot of people off. And so I sort of jumped ship. It
can happen emotionally and physically and financially. A bent builder, Clarity Act is just a permissive. Utility is the driver of price. I don't know. I think Clarity Act has a big play in this. Medical Bids says $20 by the end of the first quarter. And I asked you all, what do you think it's going to be at the end of the first quarter? I like 20. I like 20 a lot. Mike, thoughts and feelings, 20, right? Mambalan, thank you for joining us here. And let us know where you're from. Please hit like and subscribe. It says Zebic, Rocket, Red Countdown, Liftoff. And Mambalan says Zebic is NOE ISO 20022 certified. Good to know. Very good to know. That's Atlantic Living mentioned Zebic, right?
Zebic used to, that was one that really Zach Rector was pushing real heavy for a while.
I like Zach a lot. He's a smart man. Nicole Strong, meme coins, text screen game over. Yeah, I'm with you. And Nicole Strong says Australia. Thank you from Australia. Down under, right? You sure you hear that a lot? And Texas Guns from Texas. Thank you so much for joining us in the show. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. And thank you for letting us know where you're from. Again, I'm asking you all, where do you think by end of first quarter XRP is going to be? CMDR says Clarity Act is the start of the race. So just a warm up. I agree with that. And David Mack, thank you for joining us, David, and being a part of the show from Orange County, SoCal.
Wow.
Love having you in the show. Where do you think XRP is going to be by the end of the first quarter? And have you liked and subscribed? Thank you so much again for being part of the show.
I like that with the West Coast.
Mambo Land is from Miami, baby. Yeah. Where my son is in Miami, in Aventura. God, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No. I was just going to say Orange County. We were just talking about that, and it was funny when we went to lunch there with Connor.
Yes.
He was talking a lot about how most of their clients are all coming from the West Coast.
That's true. We actually got a chance to sit down with the one and only Mickle, a.k.a. Connor. Was an amazing experience. He's from Connecticut. Atlantic Living says Casper is a ISO 20022 as well. The changes have given them new life. And Survey says, I meant Quant in my baby, joining the whole financial world, the rails for XRP. A lot of people like Quant. Nicole Strongman says $50 by January, end of 2026. Okay, I'm okay with that. That sounds great. But where are we end of quarter one? And
January,
we have by $50 by January end 2026. I think
so. The January, that's only a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, it says by January, $50 by January end 2026, or by end of 2026.
Well, that's only a month, though, right? Am I wrong?
You based on
January is only a month away in 2026.
Yeah,
so that means
but
I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I'll say $50 sounds great. Yeah, I love that. And David Mack says $10 by end of quarter one, 2026. Again, we want to hear what you have to say, guys. I'm catching up with you guys. Please forgive me. The Living says crypto leader in payroll. No other project is comparable. They were one of only a handful invited to the SOBIS 2025. Those Foshers, thank you for joining us. Let them know where you guys are coming from. High Desert, SoCal. Love it, love it, love it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for being a part of our show. Jojo, January 2nd, the big boys back in New York City. Thank you, Jojo. Where are you from? New York City. And where do you think XRP is going to be end of 2026? I'm sorry, 2026 first quarter. East Side Pirate is Mickle is great. He is great. I agree with you. Nickel Strong, 100 by March. I love that. And Medical Bid says, I am from Eastern Connecticut. Hey, welcome to the show. Another Connecticut person in the house.
Yeah, we're with you.
Absolutely. Jojo from Chicago, Windy City. How about those Bears? Maroon. Those guys are just killing it. What a year they're having. Unbelievable. Patrick Patterson, thank you for joining the show, Patrick. And let us know where in the world you're from. And please like and subscribe. Do you think the COMEX will enforce Rule 589 and completely halt silver Black Sean?
What's Black Sean?
I don't know what Black Sean is, but I'm guessing it has something to do with well, that's not seen.
Silver Black Sean.
That's a great question. Well, I don't know. It's a great question.
I'll ask.
Jojo says $28 end of quarter one. I like that number.
Silver Black Swan.
Dozer says Dozer for the show. Zer. Dozer for show. Zer. Dozer for show. Zer. Dozer for sure. I love it, Dozer. Thank you so much. And Patrick Patterson says Black Swan. Black Swan, he meant to say. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Patrick. So do you see the COMEX will enforce the Rule 589 and completely hot silver Black Swan, he's asking. Very interesting question.
It's an interesting time in the silver market. I just, with what's going on with China in January 1st and everything, I don't know what's going to play.
Ben Woody, thank you for joining us to show over here. Let us know where you're from. Hi, what do you think? How high can it or will it go? I hope 20. Well, we're asking everybody what you guys think by end of quarter one in 2026. In Digital Dirt, thank you for joining us in the show, Digital Dirt. There's a new one for us. Let us know in the world you're from. Please hit like and subscribe. Still a community lending XRP in Southwest Florida. Thank you. Love Florida. 27 end of quarter one. You guys are on point. I love your listening and getting the words out before I can get the words out of my mouth. Dozer says nice. And Dozer says, you guys are awesome. Listen. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dozer. Listen. Who has XRP swag? Do you guys have XRP swag? Love wearing XRP swag. I only wear it in the show. I don't wear it on the streets because I don't want to know, right? Keeping it tight. Sube says,
you're keeping it tight on the streets, but yet you're broadcasting around the world.
We are broadcasting around the world, right? All right. Sube says, UK, thanks, guys. Have a great new year. Amen. You too, my friend. Quant is ISO TC/307, regulated, registered for all UK banks, small supply. Good to know. And I'm outside. Love it. That's a great one. Where are you from? And thank you for joining the show. Please hit like and subscribe. What up, guys? What is your XRP price? And will you still continue to do YouTube? And once you get your number, I think that we'll be doing it more often because we just be so much happier because we don't have to work anymore when we get our number. But what is your number, right? That's the question. I don't know what my number is yet. That's a great question, though, because I still have to buy more to get to that number. That's why we got to continue to buy. Continue to buy till you can't, right? Dozer says, in the Jake Claver BBMM, hopefully his predictions are right. We shall be rich. Amen and hallelujah to that. That's for darn sure. Atlantic Living.
Just for the record, what is the BBMM? Just Beyond Broke Mastermind. Just for the record, so
Beyond
everybody else knows.
Mastermind, 10 o'clock tonight. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're watching.
You don't have to be part of the mastermind to get in there. You can still watch him. He's open to the public for that. But yes. I mean, the mastermind, when it goes to $10, Jake says, if you're not in, you're shut out. Everybody else is then going, he's shutting it down at $10. So just for your record, just to help Jake promote, although he's got like 15,000 people in there now.
Atlantic Living says the USA could also restrict silver exports in January. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Dozer says, let's go. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Dozer, I love it. Digital Dirt. I've worn through a dozen XRP t-shirts. I love it. And William, I'm already happy with $5.89. That will be a 15x for me. Wow.
Nice.
God bless you, brother. So happy for you. Adel, the Great. I love it. From Iran. Thank you for joining us from Adel from Iran and letting us know not only where you're from, what do you think your price prediction is going to be in the end of the first quarter of 2026? Idle says, I want 100, as Jake said. Yeah, me too. I think we should.
And that was low side for what Jake said.
Seriously, Idle, thank you. I like that. Patrick Patterson, California here. ILP addresses and IP addresses. Read between the lines. Adding a ledger to IP addresses. ILP is a second layer protocol for IP addresses. Good information. Jojo, what does flare price go to if XRP spikes? That's a great question. That's a really good question. Anybody out there have an opinion on that? Dozer, Beyond Broke Mastermind, 10 p.m. tonight. Absolutely. Nicole Strongman, in Australia, we can't borrow against XRP in Aussie, but in America, you can. I believe certainly will be able to switch means, be able to keep the golden goose and have external generational wealth. Well, just for the record, also is where Caleb Brown is out of Australia. So it'll be interesting to see what Caleb Brown will offer at that point as well. Great company again, Caleb Brown. They're in our link below. Eastside Pirate. Oh, did I miss one over here? Which means, okay, I'm sorry. Which I can believe certainly will be able to, which means I believe to keep the golden goose and have external generational wealth. Eastside Pirate, if you hold a good enough amount of XRP, I believe you will never have to sell your tokens, rather make passive income. And that's exactly what I want, Eastside Pirate. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. That's why continue to buy is so important, because we don't know what that number is going to be. Jojo says, do all DeFi platforms spike as well? I mean, at some point, yes. I would say.
Well, I don't know about all.
No, okay, not all, but a select 20 blue chip for sure that we talk about, or you may ask about.
No. They were talking about DeFi networks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Do all DeFi platforms spike as well? Yeah, they all go up at the same time, right? I mean,
I guess it depends on their security protocols. It's going to depend on a lot of stuff. I mean, I love Flare because Flare is really doing it and doing it right. And I'm not saying that there's not some that are, on other networks as well. Just the Flare is one that I've been following with Mickey B. Fresh and so forth. That
Mickey B. Fresh.
He's doing stuff.
Dozer says #plug and LOL. And Adel says he's laughing out loud over here, smiling, laughing. Digital Dirt, Flare will 25 to 50x by end of Q2. Wow. That would be.
Are you saying that because they're going to finally end the airdrop January? I think the end of the airdrop.
I need to jump back into Flare. That's for sure. I kind of let it slip my mind away, especially it's so low at 11 cents, I think. Kingdom Builder, Go XRP from Puerto Rico, I believe. We got Puerto Rico in there. If you're from Puerto Rico, please let us know for sure. Like and subscribe, Italy. And let us know. Deplorable Peppy, where'd you see Italy?
Right there at the bottom.
Oh, Deplorable Peppy, do you guys think instead of oil spiking, it will be the price of silver dropping that pushes the crypto up? That was a questionable question that I think our Asian friend also talked about that too.
Yep.
And Kingdom Builder from Italy.
But
That's awesome.
But with what we're seeing too, with the oil around, with what we're doing around Venezuela right now, and what's been happening with the Straits of Hormuz, supposedly with some tankers potentially being taken there or whatever, there's definitely a lot of undercurrents for some potential oil shock for sure. So these things are all the things that run in the back of my mind, but I have no idea what it's ultimately going to be.
Nobody knows.
Silver,
but it's a lot. It's a big question. I'm outside. I love that one. $20 XRP equals $1.50 Flare. Wow. I like that analogy right there. I need to buy more Flare. Mickey by Fresh, the Defistered. Wow, Mickey, I like that's good. I like that one. First of all, thanks for joining us in the podcast tonight. Let us know where you're from. Please like and subscribe because it's, I think, the first time I'm reading your name. And I'm trying to get to know all of you guys very well. So I appreciate you guys. You can borrow at low interest on the Kinetic. I'm going to read this again. Yeah, you can borrow at low interest on the Kinetic on Flare Network with FXRP.
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was reading something.
You can borrow at the low interest on Kinetic on Flare Network with FXRP. Good information.
What's the interest rate? I'd be curious to know that.
Let us more information on that, please, Mickey. I'm going to call you Mickey because it's a mouthful right there.
What's his name?
Mickey by Fresh, the Defistered. Medical bids. What do you guys think? What you guys think? How many XRP left to buy in exchanges? So we were talking about that.
Is that the Mickey B. Fresh? That is Mickey B. Fresh. That looks like his icon. I'm just taking a look. Is that the Mickey?
That would be very cool. Is that the Mickey B. Fresh?
If it is Mickey, I am certainly one of your
biggest fans.
No,
followers.
I'm also to contribute to his monthly.
Love it. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe and let us know if you are the real man and himself.
That'd be really funny.
Medical bids. What you guys think? How many XRP left to buy in the exchanges? We talked about 1.5 billion. Are talking about Mickey B. Fresh. That's so cool. I love that name too. Dozer says plugged you guys in the MM. Hopefully you guys get some more followers. Thank you so much, Dozer. You're awesome, man. Really appreciate that so much. Again, liking, subscribing, sharing with your friends and family. I hope you guys are getting a lot out of this over here. Digital Dirt says, I'm outside 74.29. Hell yeah. And Mickey B. Fresh says, TVL spikes. Thanks, guys. No. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you being a part of the show. TVL spikes.
Total value locked.
Yeah.
That looks like it's a real Mickey. If that's the real Mickey, man, I'd be shocked.
You're kind of you feel special.
I mean, Mickey is over my head 9 times out of 10 when he's talking. And
if Mickey would love to come on the show again, if any of you guys want to come on the show with us, let us know. Let me know you want to come on the show. We're gonna set up a link in our next show. Have you guys live with us. Patrick Patterson. I think the silver market exposing the issues with paper markets will cause global acceptance of blockchain and thus a black swan for crypto. That's a good point you put there. That's a really good point. Ben Woody, but will it happen? Will it go up and on its own, or will there others go up, and why? Jojo, who did you guys invest with through Flare? I put a little Flare XRP on Oracle, Daemon, and Atlas. Mike, I'm going to let you answer that one. Mickey B. Fresh, I miss live streams. Flare 2.0 coming. 2026, big things happening for Flare and XRP 2026.
Mickey is that's got to be the Mickey.
I love it. I love it.
The Mickey.
The Mickey's killing it right now.
Yeah, when he says I miss the live streams,
Mike, you got a big smile over there. I love it.
I'm loving it.
Patrick Patterson, been long time. Get see Mickey. Good to see Mickey. Good to see you, Mickey. Absolutely, Mickey. Nicole Strongman, see what you people have got. I realized this is XRP wasn't for the dickheads. Oops, like us. It's for the big players. Therefore, now there's getting on board behind the scenes now before the coin will go up moon. Let's go. Moon, baby. Yes, it's the real me. Smiley face. I'll check the rate on Kinetic. Give me a minute. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Wow. How great is this?
Wow.
Invisible Man.
That's it. We can retire now. Mickey actually responded to one of our podcasts.
We got Atlantic Living. We got Mickey. You guys, hold on. Purple Nurple. We got a lot. Blade. We got all these guys.
But I subscribe to Mickey on
awesome.
A monthly basis on his thing. I mean, it's just like
you're blown.
Small world.
Invisible. And this, where Mickey are you from? Let us know in the world you're from if you don't mind. Invisible Man 88. How you stretch your ear like that? I'm sorry. How you stretch your ear like that? What's your trick for the bald guy?
hey. For the record, that's really sort of funny. I do it and I don't even notice I do it. My daughter says to me, Dad, how do you move your ears? And I have this ability, and I'm surprised you can even see that.
That is awesome.
From that distance. That's hysterical.
All right, hold on a second. Mickey says, I miss live streams in general. Good to see you guys doing one. What I meant. I love it. Thank you so much. And I missed a couple of you.
Made my day, Mickey. Thank you.
How you stretch your ears. Oh my God, it's so funny. White Light. Thank you for joining us, White Light. Let us know where you're from. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for being here. XRP goes 1 million on New Year's night. That's 589. Hey, from your words to God's ears.
I recommend everybody, if you don't follow any of Mickey B. Fresh, you gotta do it. I mean,
follow Mickey B. Fresh.
I get his stuff because it comes to me as a subscriber. I don't know.
He's from New York.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I mean, very, very intelligent man, and he knows the Flare network better than anyone that I've ever listened to. So I would strongly recommend look up Mickey B. Fresh.
Definitely a follow. We got over here, mixing some over here. The eighth gate. Thank you for joining us. Let us know where you're from. Appreciate you being please subscribe and like our show, and please let us know what you think. It says over here, XRP, XLM, Algo, all being adopted by European Unified Digital Ledger. Been buying all these up lately. Good move, good call, and you made some good choices, I would say, for sure. Ben Woody, shame the question don't get answered. Which question? Please forgive us if we missed one. Ben Woody, give it to me again. And Mickey Fresh says, I'm bald too, so it's all good. Just add the goatee. Love it, love it, love it. You got to go with the goatee, baby. Nicole Strongman. So on that note, people have got to realize this: the long-term investment is not like a normal stock where you can buy on the dip and sell on the high. It's nothing like a normal stock exchange. It's true. And Alabama is in the house.
Nice.
I'm assuming from Alabama. Thank you for joining the show. Give us a like and subscribe, please. And tell us where you're from. I'm assuming Alabama. 1.5 billion XRP on the exchanges. That's what we were talking about before. So 1 billionaire or bank can buy it all. Maybe XRP, when they open their bank up, it's going to be game over, right? By the end of the year.
That's an interesting thought.
Interesting thought. Nicole Strongman, and basically, sorry to keep that sentence going. This is a long-term investment, not a short-term. So don't go pulling it out at $10. It's going to get a lot higher. We agree with you, Nicole Strongman, 100%. Good points. Mickey Fresh says, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We appreciate you. And JoJo says 1 billion XRP can be bought instantly by an institution. True. Very true.
100%.
We have, we're an hour and 30 minutes on the show. Because my wife is away, so I get to be here a little longer. I hope you guys are enjoying this too. White Light, Australia, from Australia, and I should be the PM, LOL. Yeah. Well, listen, again, if you want to join the show, be on the show, that it means Mickey and everybody else. Anybody wants to join the show, let me know you want to join. We're going to set you up. My email address is david.lemel, Lemel, @gmail.com. You can send me an email, put in there, I want to be in the podcast in the subject, and I'm going to get you guys a link. Patrick Patterson, 589 silver plaque equals COMEX rule 589, which they used in the 30s to halt trading and confiscate metals in the past 589. That 589 keeps going. The eighth gate, also New York here. New York is in the house and coming in strong. JoJo, supply shock is near. Mickey Fresh says, I love the hoodies. Right? Thank you, Mickey Fresh. Got to represent. We always like to wear something special. Eastside Pirate, finding it really difficult to accumulate flare here in Canada. We got some very tough restrictions and regulations here. Any suggestions? Well, again, I don't
reach
know.
out to Mickey B. Fresh.
That would be the right way to go with that. He might have all the answers for that.
Or maybe even Jake, because Jake obviously does a lot with Canada, and I know how tough it is for you guys up there in general.
Nicole Strongman, hey guys, I like your podcast. Obviously, subscribing, hope it says, and watching constantly. You do well, and I love your work. Thank you so much. Nicole, that means the world to us. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of the show. And thank you for making this show so strong. You guys are making the show amazing. JoJo, Ripple might as well put the last $1 billion in escrow. Right? For their own bank. White Light, yes, can be all brought in a swoop like was said. This is the catalyst for the moon landing. Listen, we all want a moon landing ASAP now. This has been one heck of a show. I mean, unbelievable. You guys have been amazing. I
can't believe Mickey B. Fresh was on the show.
I'm loving it. Digital Dirt escaped upstate New York for Southwest Florida 4 years ago. Hey, man, Florida is in my heart. My wife and my daughter are there. My son are there. It's the place to be. It is the new New York for sure.
My brother did the same thing. He left Canandaigua to go down to Florida.
Alabama says far more of their escrow is already claimed. They don't own what they have. And White Light says, like the jumpers. Like the you know what? I'm gonna get a jumpsuit. Could you imagine with the whole thing going on? It's gonna be a comfort jumpsuit with XRP. That's what it's going to be.
At least if I keep my hood on, people won't see my ears wiggling anymore.
JoJo, hey, Mickey, once you mint FXRP, should I put, went so fast. Should I put my FXRP in Atlas? hold on, Atlas or Oracle Damon, Demon. I don't know how to read that correctly. Oracle Demon. Nicole Strong event involved with the rover in 8 years. Event involved with this rover 8 years. So 8 years in play. I think what Nicole's saying. Wow, it's a long time. You guys are great. Thank you, Eastside Pirate. So glad I found you. You're live today. Thank you. We are so happy you found it today too. We appreciate you so much. And Patrick Patterson, if every drop was a penny, if every drop were a penny, a XRP would be 10K. Coincidence? Probably. And Mickey Be Fresh, after hours of research, this is important, everybody. XRP order, book depth, and quotes over here, active quotes, but in parentheses, actively listed for sale, 1.5 to 2.3 billion XRP. Okay, and he's got 2.8 to 4.282 billion total XRP on exchanges, custody, 14 to 18 billion XRP. In parentheses, 25 to 33 billion. That was a lot of language right there.
I told you, Mickey's going to be over your head every time.
No, but Mickey, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for putting it out there. And on the Flare Network is what we really want to know about too. Alfonso, thank you for joining us and letting us know where you're from. Please, just discovered you guys. Love you guys in the XRP hoodies. Thank you so much, Alfonso. Please let us know where you're from. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you very much. And William back over here saying, I bought a black hoodie with a giant X on it. People think it's fashion. Real ones know it's just me waiting for XRP to finally break out and consolidation. If you know, you know, right? Turple Nurple, you've been out for a little while. Loving the purple hearts. Miss you, Turple Nurple. Love you on the show always. Nicole Strongman, 8 years I've been involved. Sorry. I figured that. 8 years, man. That's a long time. Longer than you, longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that roller coaster has been wild and crazy for 8 years. I mean, it's wild and crazy for the last 1 year. Can you imagine 8 years? That's conviction. That is conviction, baby. And it's all about the conviction. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. Thank you for making the show so special. We appreciate you. Nicole Strong says, how much are the hoodies? The hoodies are about $30. And not bad, I would say. Alabama.
You're gonna give the nod of where you got them.
We'll talk about that later. Alabama for life. So 2.5% on all XRP is available for trading and determining the price for all XRP. I'm going to read that one more time. Alabama. So 2.5% of all XRP is available for trading and determining the price of XRP. Good math. Good math, Alabama.
That's pretty much what you read.
Yeah,
I did doing some research.
I did some research, and it was kind of like what oh my God, our friend Mickey Be Fresh talked about, but Mickey Be Fresh put it all out there in black and white for me to read and see.
Yeah,
and I would definitely want to know more about this. Yeah, subscribe. Nicole Strong, cool. Thank you so much. Cool, LOL. You can definitely find XRP swag. XRP swags in a lot of different places. I'll go to Google. Here's what I'll tell you. Go to Amazon. Let's start there. There are a lot of other places you can find it from there. And if you go to Google, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about other places to find it. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to say Amazon out loud. Oh. I don't want to get in trouble on the show and then someone shutting us down because I said something. So please forgive me. It's not that I'm being what's it called about it? Not want to share with you. Squirrely. I don't want to be squirrely with you guys ever. Listen. We're going to end the show tonight on a high note. You guys all are amazing. I love you. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for making the show so amazing. Happy New Year. May your Happy New Year. Please be safe. Please be smart. Continue to buy XRP because only we will find out what's going to happen ASAP.
And no drinking and driving.
No drinking and driving. Be safe. Be smart. I love you. Thank you so much for joining the show. Thanks for subscribing. I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. My 12-year-old has an XRP hoodie. Nobody at school knows what it is. She's so ahead of her time. You're the best.
I love that.
We love you guys. Great. Happy New Year. We'll talk with you soon. And thank you for being a part of our show tonight.